Hi, it's MK with a little bit of a different video going on today, and I thought that I would share my layouts that we created during our November workshop. Now, this workshop is a Facebook group, and it is a purchased product. So basically, you purchase to get into the group, and you get a cutting guide and lots of videos, a couple hours worth of videos, a couple being like maybe 6 or 7. I'm not really sure. I've never really timed it to be exact, but we go through and we cut the paper on a video, and they're not live videos, I guess I should say that. They're pre-recorded, but at least you get to watch them whenever you want, so you don't have to worry about catching a time of being live or anything like that. And so that way you can do it at your own pace when you can. If you have a crop coming up, these are great for crops, prepping for crops. But I wanted to show you guys what it was that we created for the month of November. Now, we created, from the cutting guide, the inspiration sketches were 3 2-page layouts, and I ended up making 6 single-page layouts, plus taking my scraps, and I made 3 more layouts. So I got a total of 9 layouts done in the month of November just by this cut guide. Okay, and I do want to point out that the sketches are inspiration. I haven't gone by a sketch at all, except for maybe this layout that I'm showing you right here. This was a portion of the sketch. I think I left a few things out. I can't remember. But I do know that when we go through the sketches and all that stuff, you know, we shuffle our papers around and check to see which, you know, how many different orientations can you have with cut pieces of paper. And so that, yes, that was definitely very, very fun. So I wanted to go through and show you all of the layouts that I created with this particular cut guide. So here is the very first layout that we made. And another thing too is that with this month, I challenged myself to use a paper pad, so that way we could use what we already had in our stash and everything like that. So I also challenged myself to use the paper that was just in the pad, but I did pull out this cardstock, and I ended up gutting it so I could have the photo mat for you know, for the backing of my photos, so they didn't get lost in all of this color. All right, so we do kind of challenge ourselves. We do, you know, set goals for ourselves, like I want to use this, I want to use that, and everything else. And then we go into our stash and pick out elements that will personalize this page, so that way, you know, no 2 pages are the same at all. So here's this another layout that we created. Again, looks nothing like the sketch, because it's not supposed to. It's just a jumping off point. It was just inspiration for a cut guide. That's all it was. We don't really need to even see what the sketches are, except for the fact that now you have a bunch of cut up pieces. Here is layout number 2 or 3 that I did. I can't say we, because the girls over there, they did all they did their own thing. They took their cut pieces and did exactly their own thing. Here I used some, I can't remember if that's a rub-on or not, but just allowed me to pull into my stash and use what I had. Layout number 4 that we created. Okay, well, that I created to give everybody an inspiration. Now this one here, I used a pre-cut. These were letters that I cut out of a pattern paper, and I did not end up using them on the layout that I originally thought I was going to. So what I did was I put temporary adhesive on the back of these, and I put them on a carrier sheet, like an old packaging from something else that I had taken out, like a stamp set or something like that. I glued these on, and I put them in with my alpha stickers. So then that way I didn't lose this title or put it somewhere where it was going to get lost. And now I've repurposed it for this layout, which I want to say I made these 2 years ago. What, 2? Could have been 3. No. 2 years. Yep. I want to say it was 2 years ago. So there's that one. And then the last one for what was for the cut guide, right? So this was the last one for the cut guide. And basically what I try to do to help the girls out is I try to keep all of the cut pieces on the same layout. So that way I'm not going, okay, well, I want to borrow this piece from this layout and bring it over here and do a bunch of stuff. No, I try to keep all of the cut pieces. Like this one here had the green, the plaid, and the wood grain for this layout. And I wanted to, you know, I told the gals they could mix and match them. They could take from the second layout that, you know, because it was supposed to be a double page. And definitely put, excuse me. Oh, I am so sorry. Sorry. But they definitely could have mixed and matched, you know, if they wanted to. But for me, I wanted to try and keep all of the same pieces to help newbies out, to help gals that this is their first time doing something like this. So that way they could see, make it not so hard, I guess. And then the 3 layouts that I created from just the scraps. Now there was no, whoops, they are sideways. There is no, like there wasn't a sketch, there wasn't directions, there wasn't anything. I took all of my scraps, I picked out some photos, and I divvied up my scraps to the way that I like them to make some layouts. That's all it was to it. And we had a blast. This one is very, very chunky because I popped up these photos because of the ribbon going on. I didn't want a bulge in my photos from the ribbon. Here's another one. And this one I actually just literally used scraps to create my own 12 by 12 page. I know it's flimsy, but in my layout it won't be. Oh, the film strip's making it pop up. All right. So there is that one. And last but not least, I created this one. My husband's favorite color is red, so I love the tone-on-tone red. And then, of course, he's opening a wood crate, so this very thin wood veneer fit into place really just like it was meant to be. It really, really was. I enjoyed creating these layouts, you guys. I really, really did. So that is what we did for the month of November. We are in the middle of doing December right now. I cannot wait to show you guys what we create then, and maybe in the new year you guys will join us. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. I feel like I should tell you guys how to access these workshops. Now, the only way to get there is to go through my Etsy store. And over on my Etsy store, which the link will be down below, you will see where you can purchase all of these workshops. You can purchase past and present workshops, and the content will never go away. Once you're in the group, you are in the group. You guys can share and discuss things amongst each other. We can even do a round 2 if you guys are interested. That sounds fun. I am always up to doing a round 2. Now, the videos on these workshops are all real time, so they are very long videos. I go through the cut guide very slowly, so that way you guys understand how to cut your papers. I also go through how to lay out the papers and what the intended sketch was supposed to look like, but then we flip and flop and do all sorts of different things to get a different variation, especially if you're not a 2-page scrapper. And that is definitely something that I have gone away from back in the day. I used to do nothing but 2 pages. Everything had to be 2 pages. But then when I started seeing that not a whole year would fit in an album, I started overthinking it or rethinking it, and definitely looking into my single pages. And I am loving all the variation within my album, having all of these single pages created from double pages. Anywho, check out the Etsy shop. See if there's anyone that you are interested in, and I look forward to seeing you guys join me over on Facebook. It has been a blast creating all of these layouts and seeing how many layouts we actually get done out of a cut guide that was intended for only 3 layouts. Technically 3 2-page layouts, but nonetheless 3 layouts. Anyways, it's been a blast, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. Bye!